at these two pictures. What do you think? How does depression look like? If you just think of the first picture, you are wrong. It can also be like the second one. Yes, every person who is happy or pretends to be happy doesn't actually mean they're happy from within. Hello everybody out there, I am Diksha Prabhakar, present here to talk about the issue which most of them wrote. The silent patterns. Journey through depression. What is depression? Depression is a psychological and mental disorder which affects your mental health. It is a feeling of hopelessness and not getting the purpose of your existence. It isn't always in a dark room or trying endlessly. Sometimes it's getting up, going to work, crack jokes, laugh endlessly, but ended up doing nothing in life. There's this one quote written by Atticus which says, "Depression is being colorblind and constantly told how colorful the world is." This thought beautifully captures the silent contrast between how depression feels and how the world perceives it. Depression is a feeling like you have lost something but having no clue when or where you last had it. One day you realize what you lost was yourself. There are two types of depression, normal or general depression and clinical or severe depression. What is normal depression? If a person can come out of depression after 2 to 3 years, it is normal. Whereas, if he couldn't able to come out of it and not getting the purpose of his existence, it is severe or clinical depression. But the question arises here is, what causes depression? The cause of depression may be death of a loved one, rape attempt, loss, financial issues, and more. There is no common cause for depression. It varies from person to person. But so many people are not so aware of anxiety and depression. So let us see some differences between them. Individuals experiencing anxiety often possess a deep sense of care towards everything around them. They frequently worry about the uncertainties of the future. Their sensitive mind can make them overthink, and this leads to panic attacks, which may result in shortness of breath. Whereas, individuals struggling with depression often experience a sense of detachment. Their thoughts are often linked to their past, dwelling on the memories which bring them pain or regret, and in some cases, thoughts of self-harm or suicide. But what's the psychology behind depression? Here, I would like to talk about these two biological factors: neurotransmitter imbalance and brain structure changes. Neurotransmitter imbalance. Neurotransmitters are the chemical messengers in the brain. These chemicals play a vital role in transmitting signals between the nerve cells and essential for the normal brain function. When these chemicals are not properly regulated, neurotransmitter imbalance occurs. The three common neurotransmitters are dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine, which regulate mood, concentration, control of appetite, and more. Brain structure changes. Neuroimaging has found there's a reduced activity in the brain. Yes. Once, a study conducted in US on 21 depressed women found hippocampus, the region of brain, had decreased by 10% due to the release of cortisol hormone. While these scientific explanations provide insight into how depression affects a person, it doesn't completely capture the emotional reality of those who live with it. So let me share a story, a poetic glimpse into the struggle of one's soul. There is a girl, lost in echoes of autophobia. Her childhood, a lonely canvas, painted without neighbors, without the warmth of close cousins. Maturity came too soon, a silent gift of childhood trauma, the trauma that stole her innocence and left her chasing shadows. She poured her soul into everything, yet success remains a stranger. Her friends, her everything was taken away by destiny's cruel hand. But life's storms only strengthen her spirit. No matter how hard she falls, she rises unbroken. The feelings of isolation and resilience portrayed in the poem are common among those who live with depression. But how do we differentiate it from ordinary sadness? This is where the process of diagnosis comes. Clinical interview and diagnostic criteria. When somebody feels they might have depression, they usually visit a doctor or a therapist. The first thing is conversation, and it is called clinical interview. The doctor asks patients about his physical and mental health history and, if any, previous episodes. The patient might talk about stress at work, problems at relationships, and more. The goal of this interview is to figure out what you're feeling matches with the criteria of depression. Here comes the diagnostic criteria. To be diagnosed with major depression, a person must experience some of these symptoms. For example, thoughts of self-harm or suicide, worthlessness, social isolation, and more. While depression can feel like unbreakable weight, it's important to remember it's not a permanent state. There are ways to overcome it. These are some. Before coming to these, I would also like to say what people can do to help depressed people overcome depression. Listening. I believe listening ears are much more needed than the mouth that gives suggestion. Listen to them. No matter what you feel, listen to them. Try to motivate them and help them overcome depression. Now, the solutions. Professional treatments. There are several therapies which can people opt for. For example, psychotherapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, and more. These therapy helps identify and change the negative thoughts into positive. Lifestyle changes. Changing your lifestyle is much more needed. Regular exercise boosts your inner self and it also helps hippocampus to get back the normal stage. Social support. As I mentioned before, it is the most crucial thing. Talk to your loved ones. Share your feelings and emotions with your family members and friends who you feel trusted. Consistency and patience. Recovery takes time. Celebrate small victories and keep going, even if the progress feels slow. Remember, your hand is not a paper, don't cut it. Your neck is not a hanger, don't hang it. Your body is not your enemy, don't blame it. Your heart is not a glass, don't break it. And your life is not a film, don't end it. Remember, as your journey towards healing, it takes time, but it is possible. Embrace each day as you step towards the light. Thank you.